Good afternoon, my name is Specialist Navarro and I'll be your instructor for today's class. Today's task is 071-Charlie Oscar Mike-1012. Orient a map to the ground by Map Terrain Association. Conditions. You are a member of a squad or team in a field environment and have been directed to orient a map in preparation for movement. You have a 1 by 50,000 scale topographic map of the area and a compass. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Map 4. Standards. Hold the map horizontally and match terrain features appearing on the map with physical features on the ground. Orient the map to within 30 degrees of magnetic north. Task statements. A map can be oriented by terrain association when a compass is not available or when the user has to make many quick references as he moves across country. Using this method requires careful examination of the map and the ground, and the user must know his approximate location. The risk assessment for today is low, but please be mindful that there are trees around us and branches could fall. To mitigate this risk, I chose an open location so that nothing can fall on us. Also, we're in a slight hill, so be careful, watch your step. I took the time to recon 24 hours prior and removed any branches that could be a potential trip hazard. There is wildlife, so if they approach you, leave them alone and they will leave you alone. We are in a secluded location, so they shouldn't be as many. Now, it is the duty and responsibility of all DA civilians and soldiers to protect and preserve the environment. Also, this training product can be used to instruct international military students from all approved countries without restrictions. I will now be demonstrating the task we have to complete today. I have just demonstrated how to orient a map to the ground by Terrain Association. I'll be going through the performance steps so that you guys can learn how to do it too. Number 1, we're gonna hold the map in a horizontal position, just like so. Then you're gonna identify features physically observable on the ground and find them on the map so that you can orient your map. So here I see that there's a hill on that side. There's also the river that goes across, and I can find the river right on my map so I know where I'm located. And there's another building structure there. So I identified 3 separate features. And now I'm gonna place this on the surface, grab my compass. We have to make sure that your map is within 30 degrees of grid north. I'm gonna place it on the map. Right now I am at 20 degrees, and that's okay as long as you're within that 30 degrees, you're fine. Go ahead and take 5 minutes to practice. Specialist Duffy, I noticed that you were holding your map vertically. You need to hold it horizontally so that you can identify the features. Go ahead and try that again. Now I will be assessing you guys, but before I do so, I'll be going over the standards again. So once again, our task is 071-Charlie Oscar Mike -1012, orient a map to the ground by Map Terrain Association. The conditions: you are a member of a squatter team in a field environment and have been directed to orient a map in preparation for movement. You have a 1/50,000 scale topographic map of the area and a compass. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mach 4. Standards: hold the map horizontally and match terrain features appearing on the map with physical features on the ground. Orient the map to within 30 degrees of magnetic north. A map can be oriented by terrain association when a compass is not available or when the user has to make many quick references as he moves across country. Using this method requires careful examination of the map and the ground, and the user must know his approximate location. Now go ahead and grab a map again, grab a compass, and identify 3 visible terrain features, match them to the map, and make sure that the map is oriented within 30 degrees of grid north, and I'll be checking for that. Now that the assessment is done, I realize that 9 of you guys gotta go and 1 of you got a no-go. We are at 90% and we are still, which means we're proficient. But this one person, individual, is gonna have to retrain today at this same location at 1300 in the same uniform. I'm gonna account for my equipment at this time. I have my compass. All of the compasses and maps have been turned in. Now I'm gonna conduct a quick AAR. So today's task was for me to give you a brief, the risk assessment, and walkthrough methods. Did we do that?
Yes.
Yes.
What are some statements from today's class?
Good location.
Any improvements?
Water.
Okay, so we'll keep the location for next time, and I'll make sure to bring some water. If this is all, I'll go over your risk assessment. Again, we had trees in our area, and I chose an open location so that no branches could fall. We are also on a hill. I made sure I recon the area to remove any branches out of the way. There wouldn't be any trip hazard. Also, the wildlife, I chose a secluded area so that the wildlife wouldn't interrupt our class. Now I will conduct the final inspection. If everyone could please call the area as well. Okay. This concludes my class for today. You guys are dismissed. Sergeant, today's task was 071-Charlie Oscar Mike -1012, orient a map to the ground by Map Terrain Association. I assessed 10 students. 9 of them got a go, 1 of them got a no-go. This individual will be retraining today with me in this same location at 1300 in the same uniform. This concludes my class.